control towards Snowman, so I'm curious if DRX have got something else cooked up. Well, I hope they have.
I bloody
Don't
hope
pull
so.
out the Harbour here with elimination on the line, map 3, and not have something to rely on.
And that is what we will be looking at. Mike, I'm tasking you with finding value in this, and if you agree, it's actually worth it. For now, we wait and watch, as it will be DRX on the attack inside, Cloud9 to defend. An early look towards A, and presence noted now.
Stacked up here, 3 members of Cloud9, although Vanity drifting away from this, so it would just be Yay and ZELLSIS to hold down the 4. Still got that wall available. Yay actually armed with a Sheriff will get an opening tag.
Got themselves a window of opportunity though, Mike. They obviously don't know how much by. They need to make their move now. Yay gonna try and slip ahead, and Yay still standing with 2 big kills. Sheriff to hand, and doing serious damage here. Spams away, does not find connection towards MAKO, who does find one back, and DRX not out of it yet. Vanity left in the 1v1. ZEST on the other side had a great performance in map 2. And Vanity needs to cool off for a second. 2 big kills already. And ZEST closing in, DRX. First on the board, but it was fought for.
ZEST just creeping up on that angle, catches Vanity off guard, at least initially here. What the call was there, really, with why Vanity peels away from A site. Even ZELLSIS and Yay in a precarious position. I mean, Yay still gets his. One's 2 ahead of that. Actually, that second wave is just so clean from DRX. Everybody swinging through the wall at the same time. Looks like maybe STAX' utility going to be dedicated towards taking top 410 control on these A hits. Or at least this early space denial that we're seeing for a second time here towards B.
Buzz noted here.
They get an indication of the stack though.
Yeah, you're already going to pull players over. Yeah, he's gone down, just overwhelmed. Buzz going to send the wave in motion. Taking the site. And actually allowing the plant to come through here as well. They're trying to get into it, not going to happen. Yeah, plants in. This is lovely from DRX. Clean work. RB, no stress. Beautiful. Prime gaming, flawless. Mike, what are we making of the Harbour in that round? That was quite nice.
I mean, so far, I mean, we're already seeing, obviously, this early space denial. We're seeing the layering behind that Viper wall, which is basically going to give, well, cancel out the cooldown almost. And straight away, we're seeing a difference here in plant position for DRX, which is, well, I said, they were one of the first teams to really start switching up some of these B-side hits on ICEBOX.
Very innovative team. And I'd quite like to see if we see that little glimpse of DRX again. Always pleasant to see when they get a little creative. They've had some downtime. I mean, a lot of these rosters outside of this have been in rebuild phase, so getting down those fundamentals, running through what they've got. I'm hoping the DRX had gone back to the drawing board. And let's see if there's a challenge now. Cloud9 may be looking to challenge that wall, or that wave, should I say. And they have actually postured up Yay a little deeper, so they're going to clear this comfortably. Should be quite telling that it is going to be an A piece. Oh, he's going to continue forward, actually. Yay taking a little bit more space. The turret does go in, so that will be defending that back line.
Yeah, DRX almost going to be approaching this fairly dry. So with no flashes, just relies on getting close, capitalizing on this utility, and actually ZEST a little ahead of the utility this time around.
Yeah, timing a little inconsistent, and ZELLSIS all too aware of one of the players, trying to break it down and deny the plant. Lovely work. Really good positioning coming out from ZELLSIS there, just to challenge that if that was a consideration. Now DRX need to fall back to another plan as that wave is going to drop, and it does. Buzz with 1, looking for MAKO to get the follow-up, and he does do just that. Maybe beyond that would be a little bit too much to ask for, but we look at what's remaining. It's just RB with that Bulldog. 3 players on the other side, rifled up and ready to go, and that backline is collapsing. Yay closing in. 30 seconds. RB maybe thinking he could isolate that fight, but the other 2 sitting super deep, allowing Yay that room to work. Oh, that's a barrel noted.
Yay spotted him as well, yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to sit back a little deeper now. He's reading that RB wanted to isolate that fight, and he's not going to give him it.
If RB's able to remove another weapon, could be worthwhile, but 10 seconds left now, might even just try and get the extra ult orb. No denial coming through from Cloud9.
All right. That could be it. That's lovely from RB.
He's got the lockdown.
Yeah, oh my god, he does. This is going to either quicken the pace or they have to respect it. They're going to try and find the fight here. RB has to back away. He's got to fight again, RB! Incredible! The lockdown gets dealt with, and now Leaf in the 1v1. Time on RB's side! It's impeccable work from RB!
Unbelievable stuff from RB for the Red Bull clutch. A 1v3, C9 giving him so much space and respect. And RB punishes. That's a
dicing them up, man.
heartbreaking round for Cloud9.
Because it looked gifted, it looked on a platter. Gotta say, he was able to dice them up into 1v1s, manageable 1v1s, so well. Yeah, that's frustrating if you're a coach. Because that's a tilter even as a player. You're sitting there thinking, we've got a 3v1, only got a bulldog at best, no worries here, we should be fine.
The worst thing being here, Leaf, C9 make the right decisions, right? Leaf's tagged up, he goes all the way deep into spawn. But then the spacing between Yay and Vanity, there's just no opportunity, A, to deny the plant, or B, to get a peek together onto site.
Man, this is huge, what a game. This is a warning signal for me. Cloud9, when they look good, they look almost untouchable. But this is DRX looking in potentially full force. I'll hold my word until we see the full buys back and forth. But again, here's his attempt at that plant. This time, ZELLSIS unable to really question it and buzz the first to draw blood on towards Jay. The site's theirs.
The lockdown, obviously there's stingers across the board here, whether or not Cloud9 want to invest into this. It's doubtful here, but actually, yeah, Vanity will.
Deep, can he go for this? Okay.
It's a very deep lockdown, actually.
Yeah.
It's way ahead of screens, the traditional position for it.
See how it goes. Does it hold? Buzz gonna find Leaf. Buzz onto ZEPPAA. Eventually goes down. The defuse gonna start. Gonna maybe get it towards halfway. Yes, body blocking in effect. Turn and face the music. RB again. Signs it, seals it, delivers it. DRX up to 4.
C9 need to make something work in this buy round now. Big investment for the lockdown into that previous. Again, DRX showing that they have the ability to use this cove to put themselves in a much safer post-plant position to hold. Yeah, another round that's frustrating to watch. Blade Storm available for Buzz as well.
Yeah. Oh, this is so exciting to watch.
A bit of a bankroll established already by DRX.
And yeah, not getting where he wanted to be, and this has to relinquish any sort of early pressure he might have wanted to bring. Has to now respect the early work put into place by DRX and an adjustment here. MAKO actually finding a little bit of room to work. Now, there is a turret up here, and Vanity is playing behind it, but still, I wonder if MAKO does start trying to test this potentially. A very different approach from DRX now.
C9 playing very deep on this, and actually DRX find a bit of space in mid to split, and actually the first opener. Buzz will find one, ZEPPAA will respond.
But MAKO won out in mid as well, so they are now surrounded on this B side. There's no comfort for ZEPPAA here. He couldn't fall back. This is gorgeous work from DRX. This is the DRX that made people fall in love with this roster. So tactical and technical in approach, and now ZELLSIS and Yay really just out of place on this, not able to find too much work yet. RB, the only one really spotted. Yay trying to find MAKO. Still, ZELLSIS the one to do it. Yay can now stretch his legs a little further. Red's gonna come in, okay, back up to 3. We've got a bit of a round on our hands now. Yay, good for it on towards RB, but how do you break the back line? Ult gonna come in, this gets trickier. Spotted, seen on the cross. Yay goes down, a tap on the spike, but they can't quite see it. They need to get on towards this. Got to take down Vanity and find the final player. STAX has it, and DRX remain flawless in the run here on ICEBOX.
Starting to get a little worried here for Cloud9, whether or not the response is what we saw Yay hinting at in the previous round. Denying some of this early space, but DRX have sent this fake previously towards B. But this audible towards B, this utility towards ZEPPAA is beautiful. He has no space to play whatsoever. Cloud9 trying to get away with a cheeky defuse. Gonna call the timeout here and
So I want to see how well Cloud9 learn on the fly. Do they have that capability yet? 3 plays stacked down towards B long with actually intention behind it. They are getting quite close here. Yay is willing to backfill this.
much deeper exploration from Cloud9. But again, now they just don't have the bodies to defend A site, so Vanity has to sit back and watch almost.
Yeah, they can't challenge this. They're depending on this squad here, this little squadron moving around the back lines behind the wire. But you can see the preparations there. Yay just going to be brute force and ignorance! And it's incredible again from Yay. They need this man to heat up here if they want to find for anything. But DRX are holding. The plant's still in, and the final 2 were on the other side of this site. They haven't really questioned the plant just yet. First player spotted by Dice. The second will be noted in ZEPPAA. RB should be all too aware, but he's not. He's overwhelmed. Still going to try and close the gap here. Still going to try and get close by. Buzz going to be playing the second here. The crossfire is good. DRX up to 6.
And these are the sort of post plants I was talking about on Pearl. DRX getting themselves into very deep positions, so difficult for Cloud9 to dig them out. And relying on those fundamentals, and it's starting to shine now. This is even with JETT. This adjustment was beautiful. Great read from DRX though, knowing that obviously that site presence is going to be a little weaker with the emphasis on the flank. First time we've seen some aggression from Cloud9, but like I said, there's not an awful lot behind this purchase. So now, they have to show restraint.
Speaking of, we very rarely in this roster's lifetime, lovely from XEPPAA, seeing them playing from the back foot. We have to see how Cloud9 look in this position.
Lockdown removed as well. RB had it back online here, so DRX going to have to find some way to recover this round.
Here.
Buzz hasn't been given an opening duel here.
Here.
ZEST potentially going to have his recon back online by the time he makes it across the B main. There's 3 players at Cloud9 here. Vanity towards Connector. Leaf all the way in Snowman.
ZELLSIS to see if he can make it look as good as Som. Absolutely not. Buzz up and over, no problem there, no sweat to it. The site's somewhat under control already. And maybe Vanity a little further ahead, but I don't know if he's going to get much. Yes, he does. Slips the net really well and Leaf in tow. This is perfect, actually. Cloud9 just ahead of some of those positions, overwhelmed. Strike back from Cloud9 finally.
Forcing DRX into an uncomfortable position. Do find the opener here onto ZELLSIS, but not going to matter too much. Curious now if the funds are there to get an operator. Still not in play for JETT.
No.
STAX about to be back on another ultimate as well. This is a tough position. Cloud9 basically need to win out another flawless here to really equalize the economy. Still, they're at a disadvantage in terms of the ultimates.
And again, remind yourself that 7th round that was converted. RB went down pretty early on, missed out on a great deal of that. So now let's see if potentially Cloud9 can get another one of those. Just get us a free pick, please. Ye's doing serious work on the other side of the map here, taking complete space towards A, sees nothing. So again, will allow for that rotation to come in early, and DRX going through the motions. The site take is in play.
Try and get this down again inside the cove. Lockdown destroyed already. Get a free plant and they'll get away with it. The Viper Spear will actually cover the plant as well.
This is quite nice. Pressure now mounting, ZELLSIS falling. And time now has to be respected. A big response, heavily invested around it. Plenty of ults put into play. And now we look at what they've got remaining here for this retake. 3 players lined up. RB happy to greet them with a smile here. STAX the one to draw blood. Buzz by his side. It is a shutout. They've got to go away from here. They've got to get that save. You said it had to be flawless if it was meant to be even good for them long-term, economy-wise. They're barely making it out with surviving casualties.
Be able to scrape together a purchase.
Well.
Wow. Not with XEPPAA falling. Maybe still Vanity's going to be the concern, but should be there or thereabouts. Big investment from DRX to pull this one across the line.
But it has broken the money.
That effectively resets it. Yeah, Cloud9 are back in the same position they were 2 rounds ago.
Yeah, absolutely worth its weight in gold there.
And look at the other side now. DRX back in the position they were 4 rounds ago when they had a massive bankroll established.
Yeah, 6.9 on Buzz, 5.8. Yeah, they are sitting so pretty in that regard. And now Cloud9 needs to somehow do this with the light armor coming out. A little bit of a different look here. 4-1 split. Gonna leave MAKO to deal with any pressure coming through on B. And there's that ult. We'll wait and see if invested. Counter ult from Leaf. And RB's already on the site though, already trying to hunt him down. And RB is just rabid at the moment. He's shutting this down perfectly. That's a Viper Spear gone, and that A defense has crumbled now.
Actually utilizing the information from STAX' ult there perfectly. Reading that this is going to be the lighter stack. The emphasis has been B for Cloud9.
And the tap on the spike's not drawn too much attention, really. They know it's all for naught here. Only Vanity to really find much back, and they still need to break this back line. They have no lurk coming in. Still no one on that spike, not even halfway right now.
They have to save.
Yeah, they've got to back out of this.
STAX puts up a second wall. The snake bites can come through, the shock darts can come through, and they can't push because they'll be slowed. It's beautiful from DRX.
Masterclass work here from DRX. Technical capability once again shining. Yes, they will lose a player here at the end, but that's irrelevant to outcome. 8-1 now. This is blistering work from DRX.
Yeah, he's going to be struggling. It's going to be a Guardian, a Spectre for Leaf. A big ultimate in the form of the Viper's Pit invested here in the previous, when you consider the defensive half for Cloud9.
Man, Cloud9, they're a boisterous team on stage, and I like it. I'm all for it. STAX does it. I don't mind teams trying to get in each other's heads. I actually really like that. But when you are down 1-8, that deciding map, it does start to weigh heavily on you. Looking a lot quieter here, Cloud9. Not really found that response to this. The first challenge being fought for here. Leaf trying to get in the faces a little and does eventually fall away.
This progress through A though. MAKO's going to be tested. There's 3 members of Cloud9.
Oh,
They're actually following through.
He's sitting so deep on this. MAKO, great work with 2 there. And he can hold back the third. He doesn't need to over-challenge. He wants it. He's got it. Cloud9 crumbling here. The Prime Gaming flawless to boot. DRX are running this game right now. They are about to send Cloud9 home at this pace.
Just look towards the money again. Cloud9, if they do commit to this investment, round 12 is going to be devastating for them.
Yeah.
Besides the 3K from Ye, not going to have the Blade Storm. Haven't seen that operator once on the defensive half.
Not been allowed to.
No. They've been in an absolute chokehold in terms of the economy. Buzz going to open this up. ZELLSIS off the rip. Ye will be noted as well.
This is going to be a horrible feeling for Cloud9. It's starting to fall between their fingertips here, and it's a 1-for-1. It ain't enough. They already had the advantage, and yeah, XEPPAA trying to backfill this, but it's going to be perfect for DRX. They're already on the site. The plant's going to be coming in. It's safe as well. Nothing to stop it. STAX getting away scot-free, and the post plant is dirty to try and break. Oh,
Vanity,
come on! Come on! Leaf trying to pick up the pieces. But it's all for nothing. DRX making it to 10.
And you look at what worked on Haven, C9 getting ahead of some of these post-plant setups, not allowing DRX to find that comfort here. A total contrast. Total contrast. Cloud9 barely getting a look in some of these rounds.
God, it's just perfection watching.
Yeah, DRX are playing flawless Valorant here on map 3.
This is going to be the game that gets reviewed by all the analysts. It's going to be all over Reddit looking at all these new setups, the way DRX are approaching. This is the DRX that enamored the audience, that got everyone looking at this Korean side going, oh my God, who are they? And as much as Jay can try, and he is, it still may not be enough here. Another round, a consolation prize potentially.
First time they get away scot-free with an opening engagement, to be honest.
The last round was exactly like this. They had that first entry pick that came on towards RB. I think it was with the Hunter's Fury off the back of XEPPAA's early work. And yes, they were able to stabilize, but these haven't been frequent.
DRX still got their sights set towards 8. 2 shock darts, 2 snake bites to work with. So they can still reset towards this post plant.
But you shouldn't be losing a 5v3 at this point. Cloud9 need everything they can get here. Vanity the first to be willing to touch the spike. Pings come in and MAKO denies Leaf. And now just down to STAX and MAKO to make this work. Rez coming in more, bodies being put on the spike, but the spike is still not being diffused right now. ZELLSIS, the second attempt at it now, has to be dealt with. Oh, and it is STAX! Incredible work, and DRX are immovable at this point. Destined to close out this half.
And this is with the res coming through. They still convert this position. Cloud9 completely disengaged from sight. And DRX punished them for it. This is unbelievable from DRX right now.
Oh man, this is the DRX we have been waiting for. Teams reformed, they brought in the best talent they could. But you can't beat DRX right now. Incredible form, 11-1. Let's hand it back down to the desk to potentially almost wrap this one up.
Confident from the get-go.
DRX should be sky high with confidence here after that first half. Cloud9 need perfection, and nothing less will do. They make their way towards the A side. First step, and Buzz goes unchecked until then. Leaf, great find. XEPPAA as well in unison. Walls there, plants in, and post-plant found. They're doing what they need to here.
3v5 for DRX here. Wall's going to seal off towards screens. Leaf will find another. Just making sure STAX is down. All but confirmed here for Cloud9. Well, MAKO can pull something off once again. Yeah, but this wall standing so late, it just makes it so difficult to get anything done.
First step.
And it's flawless.
You couldn't ask for anything better. They need this every single round, the whole way. And I will wait with bated breath to see it. Happy to see it if we do go that far. They're able to make this work for themselves. No easy task here. A capable side though, Cloud9. It's one of the best talent North America had to offer. Picking up the most wanted player out of franchising, you could argue.
I hate to say it as well, Ye has to do so much heavy lifting here in the second half as the Jett. No flashes, it's only really ZEPPAA's utility. Unfortunately, with him coming off that Sky, they lose that second layer.
Stack here, Mike.
With ZELLSIS coming onto the Sage, it's the same thing once again.
Well, we do have a stack on the other side now, 4 players. Let's see, what can they do? It's just waiting now. MAKO finds Leaf, that's not ideal.
That's not good.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear! This is not how it happens, right? Oh, in the second round after you did the flawless work and you asked a lot of Ye. Says he needs to be one of the main proponents here.
VANITY has a rifle though.
Okay, that's been heard.
Potential here, seeing as it's still just classics for DRX.
Can they get the spike back? Yeah, okay, Ye's got that. Ooh, but he'll go down for it! Is this how they get to 12? Unreal, VANITY's dead!
Absolute disaster. DRX have flipped the Thrifty in round 2. That could be the nail in the coffin. I feel it will be. With the investment in that first round, Ye will get a Guardian. XEPPAA an opportunity to do the same. But it's Stingers and a Sheriff to round this out. And this is just classics. I think there was one frenzy in the DRX purchase and it was removed immediately.
Oh.
Well,
just a gut punch.
That's why you don't shoot STAX' body in round 1.
Yeah, and here it is, 12-2. You wouldn't believe it if you only saw the first map, but here we are, DRX, so resilient in this game. And this map has been unbelievable. Buzz, first found, looks for more, once more, won't get it, STAX is there by his side! And it just looks all but over. 2 remaining, Ye and XEPPAA have it all to do, and so little to do it with. And RB standing there, Ye knows it. The final couple of seconds, the Cloud9 Colossus has crumbled as DRX demolish them. Cloud9 are going home.
DRX, what a flip on this series. I was talking about obviously watching that first series from Cloud9 and talking about how phenomenal the form that they